Welcome to Happy Aura, a calm space in a loud world. Slow down, breathe deep, and enjoy wisdom. There's a quiet power in peace, not the loud peace that parades itself as indifference, nor the self-righteous calm of those who have never been tested. I mean real peace, the kind earned through struggle, disappointment, restraint, the kind that coexists with boundaries, that understands there are limits to how much of yourself you can give before you begin to disappear. That is the peace that whispers, as far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. This phrase, lifted from the timeless desiderata, is not a plea for passivity. It's a map for navigating human connection with grace and strength. A reminder that goodwill should not require self-erasure. That kindness does not have to equal compliance. That harmony is not the same as submission. We live in a world that moves fast and bruises easily. Every opinion is a trigger, every silence an accusation. In a climate like this, it's tempting to retreat emotionally, socially, even spiritually, or on the opposite end, to harden yourself with sarcasm, superiority, and armor made of indifference. But this phrase suggests another way, to walk through the world not as a soldier or a ghost, but as a presence, a whole person who seeks understanding, but not at the cost of their soul, without surrender. Those two words change everything. They imply a fight, a quiet, internal one, to resist the pull of bitterness, the seduction of self-righteousness, the comfort of being misunderstood, because it means you don't have to explain yourself. It takes effort to be on good terms with people who make it difficult, with those who offend, betray, or forget you, with those who seem committed to misunderstanding you. But the instruction is not to be close to all persons, or to agree with them, or to love them unconditionally. It is to be on good terms, cordial, respectful, not necessarily vulnerable. There's power in that distinction. It's not a call to martyrdom. It's a boundary. It says, don't carry unnecessary war in your heart, even when the world gives you good reason to. Kindness is often mistaken for weakness, but true kindness is a disciplined choice. It requires control, not cowardice. It means choosing not to escalate when provoked. It means letting some things go, even when you have the perfect comeback in your mouth. And yet, that line between yielding and surrendering can be razor thin. To stay on the safe side of that line, you need self-awareness. You need to ask yourself, often and honestly, am I being kind because I value peace, or because I fear conflict? Am I accommodating someone else's comfort at the expense of my own? Am I avoiding unnecessary confrontation under the disguise of diplomacy? To be on good terms without surrender, you must know what surrender looks like for you. Because surrender isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it's invisible, a daily bleeding out of your voice, your needs, your values. A nod when you should have shaken your head, a silence that costs you sleep, You can forgive someone and still walk away. You can wish someone well and still block their number. You can remain on good terms with grace, but not remain accessible. This idea is not about fake smiles or hollow diplomacy. It's not about nodding along to injustice or watering down your convictions in the name of harmony. Real peace sometimes looks like disruption, like speaking truth in a room where lies are tradition, like saying no when yes is the easier answer. But the goal isn't to win arguments or convert the unwilling. The goal is presence over dominance, connection over conquest. To be on good terms, you must first be good with yourself. That means doing the hard work, healing your own wounds so you don't bleed on others, letting go of grudges that grow mold in your spirit, learning how to sit in the discomfort of disagreement without losing your temper or your self-respect. It's not easy. Sometimes, to be at peace with others, you have to wage war with your own pride. You have to forgive people who will never apologize. You have to listen to people you once wrote off. You have to treat people better than they treated you, not for them, but for the person you've decided to be. We live in tribes now, not the kind that sit around fires and protect each other, but digital tribes, ideological tribes, echo chambers, us versus them, right versus wrong, cancel or worship. Nuance is treated like betrayal, and yet nothing worthwhile exists without nuance. This is why the principle of staying on good terms is more radical than ever. It means saying, I disagree with you, but I don't hate you. We're not the same, but we can share space. I don't need to change you to coexist with you. Imagine how many fires wouldn't be lit if we all chose that posture. Imagine how many families wouldn't fracture. How many friendships wouldn't collapse under the pressure of minor offenses. How many strangers wouldn't end up enemies over a sentence out of context. Being on good terms is not always about making peace with them. Sometimes it's about making peace with what they cannot give you, who they'll never become, or what they've already taken. It's about drawing a line and saying, this far and no further. But still, I wish you well. This idea may sound idealistic, but it's incredibly practical. It's a philosophy you can live every day. When your coworker throws you under the bus, you can call it out respectfully and still say good morning the next day. When a family member repeatedly disrespects your boundaries, you can limit access to your life without burning the bridge. When an old friend grows into someone you no longer recognize, you can drift apart peacefully without resentment. Being on good terms doesn't require deep relationship. It requires decency, a soft refusal to let bitterness root, a decision to put your dignity above your desire to be right, a quiet rebellion against the culture of outrage. It does not mean tolerating abuse. It does not mean staying silent in the face of injustice. It does not mean faking affection or pretending agreement. It means engaging with life, flawed, beautiful, messy life, with a posture of peace, not because people always deserve it, but because you do. Because your spirit isn't meant to carry the weight of every wound. Because your time is better spent building than burning. Because the world will give you 1,000 reasons to be angry, but you get to choose what kind of person you want to be in response. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. It's not a law, it's a light, not always reachable, but always worthy of aiming for. It's a challenge to stay soft in a hard world, to be kind without being crushed, to hold your ground without drawing a sword, to be someone who doesn't confuse peace with passivity or dignity with dominance. So yes, fight for what matters. Speak with fire when the cause calls for it, but don't let your heart become a battleground for every passing offense. Save your fire for justice, for love, for truth. And in the quiet spaces in between, be gentle, be gracious, be good, as far as possible, without surrender.